not needing to broadcast. Things I'm sure I've offended at least one of you once, sometime in the last 20 years. Lars Larson is the most stimulating host in the world. Stay connected with Lars Larson. Weekdays noon to 4 on FM News 101. KXL. CBS News Update. What a mess in parts of Pennsylvania and New Jersey after some torrential rain. The worst part about it is I was standing in my house looking through the window watching the water come in.
What to do, what to do. Skiddi, the bop, boosh.
Police had to rescue a bride from a car top in Pagoda, where she and the groom were stranded on their wedding day. Back in Pennsylvania, the governor says emergency management agencies are working to ensure residents are safely evacuated and get help. But some people are losing patience. Governor Wolf was here. I hope they see that now we need help.
At this point, it's just like this Italian alcoholic soda. Get like a little bit of whipped cream right on top, it'd actually go pretty nice. Like a little bit of like cream in there too, just a little bit of cream. I guess that like coffee creamer might work, like a really nice flavor, like a vanilla to add a little extra nice sweet, you know. Just to add, kind of like to calm down like the citrus and shit, you know what I mean? If that makes sense, to calm the citrus. I don't think that made sense, to calm the citrus. But I hope it at least made sense to someone.
Looks like those will be shut down until 5 a.m. I-5 North, the right lane is blocked to the top deck of the Markham Bridge, and the I-5 northbound exit ramp to 84 eastbound, and the Morrison Bridge.
I'm going to take a fat hit and chug a good amount of that alcoholic Italian soda. What's the date today? It's the 13th, right? Oh, shit, man. 3 more days. 3 more days until the 2 and the 1. Oh, bruh. Whoa. 3. Guess what? 2 plus 1 is 3. 21 is 2 and 1 put together. On a 3.
Watching a show about women Muslims.
A show about female Muslims?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, is it like a documentary, or is it just like a...
Yeah, I think it is a documentary.
Huh. Which ones? I mean, there's so many, like... You got, like, Saudi Muslim women, you got... And you got like the Iranian women, you got Afghanis, you got... Shout out to Metal T. Yeah, he finally told me what his schedule is. It's like 6:30 a.m., like 6 a.m. to like 2:30. It's like, holy shit, dude. First. You are actually indeed first. You are actually first. So, welcome. 3 more days. 3 more days. Can't wait. I was planning on watching a movie with Tyler. Does he have weekends off? Yeah, but I don't. But I actually do, I was about to say. Anyway. What I want to do is try to plan a camping trip next weekend. I know this for sure. I want to try to do it for Friday to Sunday. And since Tyler gets off at like 2:30, I'm thinking he could probably just pack his bags the day before, have him at his house. I could pick him up after work. He can do whatever he needs to do after that. And then, you know, whoever else is coming along will, of course, be ready too, I'm assuming. I mean, would you be down for a camping trip next weekend?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, why not? Try to get Dad along, get some other friends along. Partake in substances that may or may not be of altering realities substances, like the ones that I am currently holding. And may or may not be as well of other substances. I know Harley won't be able to come along, but I can probably get one of my friends, Spaz maybe, to come along too, you know. And then see if I can... Harley will be with the Cougar that weekend. Yeah, he said it was going to be Estacada, so I'm kind of mildly hoping it just happens to cancel, so I can say, ha, fuck you. Now you can come along with me and have, I don't know, a psilocybin fun time, maybe. Because I'm trying to get spaz to maybe or may not find particular opportunities to acquire some needs of mine. Or Logan, whichever one can get it first. Whoever gets it first, Harley's right next to me. I don't care. Let him hear it. Let him hear my pleas. Cancel, you son of a bitch. I want to go... What's better, going camping with a bunch of friends and family friends, or spending a weekend with a guy that hates you? And Logan will probably be up for it. Well, no, he's always up for this shit, so I think he would be begging to come along. So I'd if he's able to be down for those 3 days, I'm down. A guy. Yeah, like a guy who's also terminally ill as well. So, I mean, on one side, like, I don't give a shit about the guy because the dude is, the cougar is a woman of the female variety. What? There's another cougar now? What? Why are you people confusing me? Well, I don't care. I don't even care anymore, dude. I don't even pay attention. Trolling me with his bullshit. Trying to get... I don't want to mess myself up. There's only ever a chick cougar. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, isn't cougar related meaning a female? Like, I don't even care. I don't even care. I am ready to partake in some fucked up read. I think Suzuki is drunk. Dude, I barely had any of this left. At all. Like, we mixed some sherbets. Like, me and Robert mixed some sherbets with a Mike's Harder. And I only had a little bit of it. And then it all melted. And I decided to make it into kind of like this nice cream drink instead. So I put a little bit more in there because it kind of was melted down halfway. Because I didn't put a lot at first. So I just filled it up the rest of the way up after that. So, now I got a pretty nice substantial drink here, but I haven't took that much of it. Though I'm pretty sure it absorbed in the ice cream because I could definitely say I'm feeling something. Harley's has taken spaz is a really bad idea. Of course he always says that. Honestly, I feel like Harley just shits on him all the time, dude. Like, he's actually trying to get his shit, like, dealt with and everything. We need to create more jobs somehow. How about expanding the military or hiring more prison guards? Excuse me, sir? Excuse me? What? What? Huh? I beg your pardon? What? Huh? How about this? Hold up. I'm gonna say some things it's a little similar, I think. I think it's actually a little similar. So hold on. I think we could get on the same page here. Hold on. We could create more laws and regulations to ensure a larger prison population. Are you trolling? Okay, hold up. You're trolling me. Unemployment rate is at an all-time low for Oregon. Unemployment rate's also not a good way to say how well everything's going on. It will save the capitalist system. For that system, maybe. Like, excuse me? Like, what? Huh? No. Out and about, instead of, like, you want to how you create jobs, like, rebuilding infrastructure, like, reinvest in education, and then invest for like space technology and oceanographic technology to explore oceans as well, because we like 70% of the world's oceans or something like that, maybe more, haven't even been explored. So why not research technology to explore that? Green new renewable energy technologies that we can research into. Like, I mean, bruh, come on now. I know you're trolling there. Half the population could become arms of the empire to maintain the hierarchy of the power. Yeah, and look how that's turning out. Look how that turned out right now. Abolish the military, convert members to fix the infrastructure. Bam. Damn. See, wow, that's more left than me. You're calling straight out about military abolishment. I'm not that far. I'm not that far away. I'm more of divest and have enough for defense of nation. Like, you shouldn't have enough to like conquer the whole world like 5 times over and then destroy it 5,000 times over with nukes and shit. Like, damn. I was joking. Well, I mean, part of that is true. I mean, essentially replace abolish with divest and convert the members. Well, I would just say convert a lot of the people who were like in military infrastructure building to go into just civilian infrastructure. Create special troopers to hunt down unemployed people and impose new taxes upon them. How would they? What does that do? What does that even do? Unemployed? They can't. What? How about, I don't know, like public job programs instead? Have you heard of FDR? Half the budget and end all the wars. There you go. There's your solution to this problem of. What was this initial problem we were talking about here? Let me go back. Create more jobs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would help. Get more federal budget to spend on other programs that would be far more beneficial to this country, and it'll bring people more jobs instead of just wasting it on things that explode and kill other people, and then exploit their resources in the process later on with different things that we build, like oil rigs and shit. Or we just steal theirs, whichever works best, and focus on cybersecurity and national defense. Exactly. Like, we're to the point where there's nothing to conquer anymore, really. There's nothing to conquer or colonize or to expand in anymore. We've kind of placed our foot in about everything we can place our foot on this damn planet. Maybe besides, like, a few islands that are uninhabitable because there's literally nothing on them. Or, you know, maybe places that are literally, like, uninhabitable because they're, like, deserts with miles of nothing. And, like the Sahara, for example. Once technological automation replaces too many jobs, we create fake jobs. Like, you have to push a certain amount of buttons in a row to earn the right to live or something. Universal basic income will have to basically be a thing of an idea. I don't even know what would be the best ways for the future on that one. Like, for me, the only thing I could think of that would be the best solution would be universal basic income, but because I haven't heard any other major ideas yet that have been talked around besides that. I'm sure there's other people that are popping other random shit like that. And, you know, let's say we force people to do paperwork. Well, I mean, 4 hours a day menial paperwork and you make enough money to live for like 4 days a week or something. I'd rather prevent further automation. You can't. You really can't. There's no way to prevent it. We're already going down that path. It started with the assembly line with Henry Ford, and once that started, it wasn't going back. Like, industrialization later, like, future industrialization is going to have automation whether we like it or not. So we have to adapt into it and work to what will be the best for us to, you can, with technology advancing how it is with robotics and everything, and how they're going to be able to do things a lot better and a lot efficient, a lot more safer than man. Like going into mines, what's better? Looking like take a fat big robotic drill into a mine, or take like 20 miners in there where they're all going to get like black lung and die 40 years in their life. You know, I mean, there's a lot. Automation actually, in the long term, would be a benefit. Did you hear about the probe going to the sun? Yes, I did actually. I thought that was really cool, and I'm excited about it. But a long-term I can see a long-term benefit. You must file paperwork or be arrested. That will hire so many jobs. Automation is good. Yes, about the probe. That NASA's being epic. Exactly. But, Mr. Johnson, I just think you're extremely authoritarian to me, good sir. And I'm the one who is enforcing the Stasi. But, yeah, like, it's the reason why it's negative and a problem why people want to prevent it now is because it is a very fearful thing. It's a very big unknown. But more money and beer for NASA. I fucking, you know what? I'm gonna, before I even take it in, I'm drinking to that. Got fucking speed to NASA, dude. We need to expand to NASA. And I wouldn't mind, like, SpaceX and shit, you know. Are you drinking iced tea? No, I'm drinking a Mike's Harder lemonade. That was a Mike's Harder float. I had some sherbet pineapple yogurt ice cream thing. I don't know what it was, but it was really good. And I didn't put a lot of ice cream in here, so I filled it up a little bit in here, and it all melted away. So now it's kind of like this creamy Mike's Harder, like, Italian drink thing. Like Italian soda, but alcoholic. It's essentially kind of what it is. It sounds like a heartburn. It's not heartburn, honestly. It tastes good. It tastes like a cream drink, like a creamy drink. It just tastes like that with a hint of alcohol. That's just what it tastes like to me. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but... Oh. Damn, we had like, not even 20 minutes in our stream and we already got intense. Damn, son. Damn, we brought on the heat. I fell asleep on you guys last night during the stream. Don't worry, I noticed. Harley might pop through the window after work on Wednesday. That's fine. You think I give a shit? I told him, yo, Harley, I want to debate you about The Last Jedi, bitch. Come on, 1v1 me. We're going to have a debate. We're going to have a discussion like men here. On stream. And we are going, maybe not on it, maybe we'll do like a two thing. We'll have a stream where we got everybody, you know, together. And then, you know, we're doing it there. And then we also, at the same time, are recording it. That movie wasn't that bad. Okay. I haven't had a full review yet. But to be honest, while it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, it was still bad. I'm just gonna say it. It still was, for Star Wars standards, it was terrible. For Star Wars standards, which practically even the prequels are pretty alright. Not even now that I'm looking back at them, they're alright. Even then, like, I would get, you know, like, I don't think any Star Wars movie has fell below like a 6.8. The Last Jedi gets like a 5.6 in my book. And then, like, The Force Awakens is actually even higher. Like, I would say that's more of like a 6.4, but that's like really edging it, man. Like, they just, to me, they've been on a steady decline. What exactly do you think TJ got, why exactly do you think TJ got banned? I think it was for calling out New York Times, Twitter, Jones, anti-white, but yeah. I kind of think it was too. I think Twitter actually does shadow ban people, and I think they decided to just outright ban TJ this time. Took one step too far on being a little edgelord. He fell off the edge in Twitter's view. The only issue I have with the movie is the plot holes. The plot holes. There's more of the plot holes. Well, there's plenty of plot holes that I've discovered myself, so I think you and I would be on the same page, but can we just say, can we all just agree that Leia should have died? Her actor is dead. Why keep her character alive? And besides, that would have been the greatest scene for her to just have a farewell, to float off into space and just for like the last 30 seconds of her life just like kind of float away with her arm reached out to the cruiser and just like, fuck, I'm done. You know? Just like, and then just have her to drift away into space. You know? That would honestly been much better and much more of a moving scene than that. Because the actor died after the movie was filmed. Well, then they could have adjusted it in editing. They could have. Instead of that was Akbar's moment to shine, and yet he never shined. Oh, you just kind of hear, you see the bridge explode, but you just kind of see him in the background just explode. That's about it. I mean, Akbar, like, you want to know how he should have shined? He should have taken Holdo's position and kamikaze the freaking fleet. That's how it should have happened. I mean, that's how he should have went out. Literally go Akbar. Ardru Akbar. You know, go Ardru Akbar. That's how he should have done it. But no. He blew up and like it became like fried up lobster, bitch. Like that's what he became. He became fried shrimp. Would have been so much better, yeah. And the initial start of the movie pissed me off. Like, Poe Cameron was by himself, all alone in his little X-Wing. While Leia initially went through with it, in the end, she was highly reluctant. Instead, she should have just sent a whole attack wing out there with Poe to deal with all these point defense systems. And also, the Imperial fleet should have sent their smaller standard Star Destroyers out in front of the Dreadnought. Yet the Dreadnought came in out of hyperspace in front of them. Wow, you left your big Dreadnought alone, all by itself, and your point defense systems of your other Star Destroyers are not in range to go deal with that situation. They have to rely on their own Dreadnought's defense systems, which are also very big, which are meant to probably deal with frigates and stuff of the like, not like actual straight-up X-Wings. While they can take them on, they probably aren't meant for them. So, you know, Poe's Dameron can easily, you know, slide through their defense systems because, one, he's the best pilot in the Resistance, and two, he's, you know, they're big guns. And also, he's got a small aircraft. He's able to just go dodging and weaving for everything. And, you know, and if he, got fucked up on his weapon systems for a period of time, so to have a whole attack wing would have just made that whole attack far easier, and you might have one or two X-Wings down, but to have all those defense systems and also to have a few cover other X-Wings attacking, it would have been a better strategy. Come on, right? Am I right here? Harley says it's better than the prequel, so get the fuck over about it. Or get the fuck out about it. Dude, this is why we had to have a debate. I'm not debating him over the chat like this, bitch. That's why on Wednesday, we're having a one-on-one debate. There's gonna be a live reaction debate, and then there's gonna be an upload where we had to record it on the computer at the same time. This is how we're going to do this particular debate. This is going to be our like little debate pilot. This is how we're going to do things for debates. Tyler will be our moderator for this because obviously I can't because I'm one of the debaters, and Harley can't because he's another one. So it's going to be like us two, and Tyler's going to have to keep us from going to blows. Vader was a strong leader. That's why the galaxy needed while smuggling crime. Why do you think there was smuggling crime? In fact, in The Last Jedi, there was actually a scene I loved. You know that code breaker they found in that jail? He showed, you know, a crime going on, and guess what? The Empire and the Resistance, both of them were peddling in crimes and smuggling. Guess what? Vader didn't do shit. He, if anything, he was probably investing in some of that himself. That's just how the establishment worked in the galaxy. To say that he was otherwise is just not true. It's just that they were supporting whatever benefited the Empire. That's all they cared about. And if it benefited them, then they get the profits. That's right. Huh? They stay in control. Status quo is kept in. That's what made him a strong leader. He kept the status quo of the Empire. It wasn't that he crushed crime or smuggling or weapons trading and shit like that. It was just that it was in the Empire's benefit for that to continue. Notice a parallel between the U.S. doing that, by the way, in real life. At least Jabba the Hutt was creating jobs in the otherwise barren desert planet. I don't get why people go after the 1%. Oh my, why? Oh, wow. You are an interesting character here, my friend. You are an interesting character. Oh, that Shrieker breaker code? Yeah. How's your day, Ignar? That's pretty good. Watched some of Sacha Baron Cohen's new thing with that Youth Shooters of America founder guy sucking a dildo off as how to survive a beheading or some shit. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was great. He hired hundreds of bounty hunters. Yeah, because he's a crime lord. He's a crime leader. He hires bounty hunters because people did him wrong, so he's gonna kill them. That's how they operate, instead of going through the court of law where it would happen legally. Like in real life. If you got beef with someone, go to court about it. Instead, you want to hire bounty hunters, hold on. I'm going to have a question for you, my friends, after this, because, you know, let's talk about debates here anyway, so, you know, might as well have a discussion here too, right? And I'll have a question to start with. Selecting the right attorney for your divorce is one of the most important decisions a man can make. Even though your case may last
only a few months. The impact lasts a lifetime. Our firm represents husbands and fathers in divorce, custody, and call 1-800-DIVORCE. Get your phone questions answered at no charge. That's 1-800-DIVORCE. Located at 111 Southwest Columbia in Portland.
What's your channel name?
Ignore Husky Progressive Dog.
What? Okay, give me the first one.
Ignore?
Ignore?
IGNAR, yeah. Husky, like the dog.
Okay, ignore Husky. That should be able to find it.
This is Ground
Yep.
Zero with Clyde Lewis on FM News 101.
Oh, good now, yeah, gonna call 1-800-DIVORCE. Yep. I play Battlefield, right? Yep. The original old Star Wars Battlefront from 2004. Yep. Had the CD and everything. Well, whoops. Anyway, my question to this Johnson fellow. Since you seem to you don't get why people go after the 1%, which I think is a little ridiculous. Not gonna lie. So my question is, what is your reason why you think people go at, what's your defense for the 1% then?
Oh, sorry.
Well, shit, son. Welcome back to the Cub and Pup. Yep, the Cub and Pup. Where we get. Oh damn, that's my old channel. This is from like years ago. It should be
We already found you.
It's this one right
Yeah, I know.
here. Yeah, but that's the old channel where it has like a lot of old videos.
Only 4 watching you, dude?
5. Well, there's no prosperity or opportunity on Tatooine before business like Jabba the Hutt showed up. Do you want everyone living like the Tusken Raiders? They're bums. The Tusken Raiders are also just a different species of thing too. They're like, from what I can get, they sound like they. Okay, now I'm hearing myself in the background. It's throwing me off. I want to stick my finger in the pup's mouth. I know you do. It sounds like a gay bar. It is. But I was okay. So, hold on. To get things more straight, what I mean by the 1%, I mean by like here, like in our actual reality. I wasn't really talking about Star Wars in a sense. But to answer that, the Tusken Raiders are a different species of thing, so they have a different culture and also just a different way of thinking than most species anyway. They're nomadic humanoids, yeah. And also they're a humanoid species that, from what I can tell, lives off of or has a relation with sand of some sort. So they evolved to be like organic humanoid sand-like matter of some sorts. And I don't know exactly what. I don't know much about Tusken Raiders when it comes to Star Wars lore. I just kind of can understand a little bit of just looking at them and shit. So you think it's all about race? No, I don't necessarily think it is. I just think that they're a more primitive form of humanoids that haven't evolved. Like, think of it as like Neanderthals and Homo sapiens and during early Earth. Like, Neanderthals were a little bit more primitive than Homo sapiens, and due to Homo sapiens evolving far more advanced in sense in evolution standards than Neanderthals, they were able to succeed above them in the evolutionary line. Jabba the Hutt didn't have it easy. He was picked as a child on and called fat. Well, the Hutts are all fucking fat. Tusken Raiders are rodents. Well, see, now there's also a different view of of Tusken Raiders. Someone thinks they're like a rodent, which I could kind of see too in a way, but I wouldn't say they're. I guess in a derogatory term, I could see Neanderthals, Homo erectus, Denisovans. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, essentially they're like a breed of a primitive humanoid species that hasn't evolved the intelligence, essentially, and advanced brain to be, you know, as I don't know the best way to say it, because now we're kind of getting into a little bit of psychology. Essentially a more advanced awareness and sentience compared to like us, essentially, or like other alien species that are throughout Star Wars. I mean, you can even see it with, for example, Wookiees. Like, they're kind of in the middle of what I would say are Tusken Raiders and like humans and stuff. They're still somewhat primitive compared to like the humanoids in Star Wars, but they are still you know, advanced enough to have a society, to have a more organized tribal community where they are able to have more of diplomacy, more logic, and there's more. It's more of kind of like a medieval type of hierarchy system compared to a more primitive Stone Age hierarchy system, like you know, like with fucking the Tusken Raiders. Look at Obi-Wan or terrorists. Okay then. Plot twist. Luke and Obi-Wan were the same person. Whoa. Mind blown, bro. Mind blown. Just want a strong military. Just want a strong military, bro. You just can't help. You just want a strong military, bro. You just can't help it, man. You know, you just want to conquer the whole galaxy. It's okay, bro. You know, you just need a strong military. How do you know? In order to need that, you kind of need to conquer the whole galaxy so you can sustain that, bro. Like, you know, you can't have any dissent so you can have that strong military, bro. Bro. Man, you're an interesting figure, dude. If they didn't build the Death Star, the Russians would have. What the fuck? Oh my god. The Russians would have? Okay. I'm sorry, but when you say shit like that in between all this, I can't take you that seriously. The Emperor just wanted to build the largest strip club in the galaxy. Yeah, it's called Coruscant. Jimmy Whisperer, fuck Twitter and fuck YouTube. Jimmy Dore is pretty cool. I agree. He was jealous of what they had on Tatooine. Yep. I used to hate the guy, but now I like him. You used to not like Jimmy Dore? You used to not like Jimmy Dore. What? What's because of the whole Alex Jones getting spat on thing? He was just, I saw that. I saw that. Like, what? You like? I'm surprised. I've always liked Jimmy Dore.
It's funny because you have a lag.
Yeah, like whenever I'm on, yeah, because on it goes for like a couple second delay for people who watch it compared to me, you know, so it has like time to like have things process back and forth. Yeah, there's a reason to it. It's not just like done for like whatever's, or just because there's like a lag to it.
Just, sometimes there is though.
Yeah, it kind of goes from like sometimes 2 seconds to like 3 seconds. Sometimes it'll be like 5 seconds. I just figured he'd be like Jankin, would be pussy about being white. I was especially surprised when I checked him out though. Oh yeah, dude. Like I first found him on TYT because he was at like it was back when they actually let him on to be a guest pretty frequently on TYT on the main show, and I thought he was always really dope. And I decided to kind of check out his channel. This was before he kind of went back into it, and he just kind of was like, and I checked out some of the videos, but they were like, you know, 4 months old, 5 months old at this point, and I'm like, yeah, well, these are pretty cool. Also, fuck the Navi. It's called Colonize Our Ancestors Did It Fair and Square. Lol. Lol. The Navi they lived there first, and now you're like, instead of like communicating and maybe like have a diplomacy and correlations and cooperation, instead you just go for like you know, destroying and fucking like forced occupation. Like, nah, come on.
I think it's funny, like on Deep Space Nine, I actually call one section of bad guys the Kardashians.
Or yeah, the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're part of like this like.
Yeah, but it's like the Kardashians, you know.
Yeah, Yeah, you kind of have to, like, sometimes I catch myself saying Kardashian instead of Kardashians sometimes, but I don't really do it that much anymore. When I first was watching it, I used to say Kardashian a lot, and sometimes I'll hear it as Kardashian. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of easy to get the two mixed. It's kind of funny. Trend Oceans. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool race too. Do you think the Alex Jones / Justin Ward is done now that they're kicked off the big social media sites, or will they get more popular? I think it's done for. Just said decline from here. I don't. Honestly, I think it's the Streisand effect, where basically trying to silence actually makes them more popular. Whatever happened to Fred and Wendy Kardashian? I don't know or give a fuck. I couldn't care anything about the Kardashians. Fuck them. Favorite Star Trek species? Tholians. Mine is Cications, but that's probably self-explanable. But, what was I fucking saying before? Oh yeah, about the Alex Jones thing. I just think that it's just harder for people to find him, but his app is still available as far as I know, so there's the app that he can still be used to go through, and also there's, I mean, there are people who are, like, you know, making fan videos and shit, and also releasing videos that he's doing on his website and stuff anyway. I mean, he still has his website, too. I think they're witnessing the death of Alex Jones. I don't know if it's the death, but I think that planted the seed of the decline. I'm not saying that, you know, not the end of him. I just think it's starting the end. Like, I mean, unless he starts his own actual, like, I don't know. I mean, he still has his website, the app. I mean, he could just potentially just start a new channel anyway. I mean, there's other ways around this. I mean, for me, I see both sides of the issue. I just think for free, I think Alex Jones was done before he started peddling bullshit, insulting conspiracy theories, and lies catching up to you eventually. Yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. For me, it's kind of a tricky thing. I bet money that RT is going to be the next to go. Yeah, I mean, and also they've already kind of fucked with RT too. They've already have been messing with him. Like Facebook has, YouTube has a little bit already. I mean, I don't know if Twitter has yet, but I mean, they already have with RT. They just haven't outright silenced him and shut him down yet. So, yeah, I don't know. It could be RT. It could probably also be like Jimmy Dore or the Humanist Report, maybe, or Kyle Kalinske even. I mean, maybe T.Y. I don't know. Who knows who's next for sure? It could be RT. I mean, maybe Democracy Now! YouTube puts up Wikipedia disclaimers. Yeah, doesn't that seem a little Orwellian? It's like, disclaimer, there's something about this, something about it. You know, tell us, sir, English. It's funded by Latin American countries. RT, it's funded by the Russian government in full or part by. Like, who gives a fuck? I assume you agree with Jimmy Dore in terms of what he said about Jones being banned. I forgot exactly what he said. I'll have to watch the Alex Jones podcast about it, because he kind of talked about it through there. I haven't seen his specific segment on it, on his show, so I'll have to see it. We need new corporate politics approved of by the power structure. No. Keep corporate politics. How about just no corporate politics? What's the non-threatening? That's funny. Like, corporations are not. They do things not in the interest of the workers. They do it in the interest for profit. I'm just pissed that YouTube went after small channels under the guise that they were causing issues when big channels like Alex Jones and PewDiePie are causing the issues. PewDiePie wasn't even doing anything either. That was just a whole, that was just a bunch of bullshit too. I mean, like, they called him a Nazi when he's literally not a Nazi. He's literally not. You need to watch the Joe Rogan episode with Jimmy Dore. I did. That's what I was talking about, the recent one. Coke versus Pepsi. Coke versus Pepsi will determine the next election. What? No, it won't. How does that determine anything besides what you prefer, Coke or Pepsi? And for me, I don't know. Speaking of Coke, I mean, there is these Georgia peach flavored Cokes that I found at not my Safeway, but a random Safeway. Debate needs limitations. What do you think a moderator is? They keep things from going haywire. He put out an anti-Semitic video. No, he didn't. He literally didn't. It was literally a photoshopped, I guess, or a video shopped video of a little sequence of what looked like it was him, doing or something Nazi related or whatever. When I forgot the video at this point, but I think I watched it too even, and it literally wasn't that. It was a little segment of the video taken out of context, like a lot of people usually like to do, is take things out of context. Like, he didn't do anything anti-Semitic. Like, what? What's your take on the Jewish question? Oh my god. I think I talked about that once, a while ago, but I can answer it again. While I do think that there are, or at least for specifically the government and Israel specifically, and then certain oligarchs and billionaires that just happen to be Jewish that are a problem, but I kind of labeled at least the oligarchical part under just the corporate oligarchical part. But I find I just take issue with the governmental body of Israel, but the people I don't have a problem with. I don't have any ill will against someone who just happens to be Jewish. So I mean, it's essentially their actions and their intentions of what they're doing that ends up being a problem. It's a political discussion around the role of Jews in society and the effects they have on it. Yeah, I mean, I think the government of Israel definitely has an effect on the U.S., but I don't think it's like this weird conspiracy that the Jews are controlling everything. To me, it's like a half-truth. Like, there is a basis of reality to it, but a lot of it ends up being hyperbolic because a lot of people who like to conspiratorize about Jews like to taint it a lot with their conspiracies about them. I mean, for me, it's just that, there's a lot of oligarchs and, elitists and a lot of establishment people in the in these top 1%, top 5%, circles, and it's just because they're Jewish doesn't make it different. It really doesn't, to me. You think Israeli government's the worst one aside from the Middle East? Aside from the in the Middle East, aside from Saudi Arabia. I don't know, what the government of Jordan does. Syria's just fucked. I honestly don't know if you could even say if they're the worst, at least government-wise, because there's not much of one there. There's some now. I mean, it's getting stable, but I mean, it's still pretty weak. Iraq is, Kuwait, Qatar.
It's a lot of things. It's it's propaganda.
I would probably say so.
It's things being pimped to the American people.
Not even close to Israel's democracy. Oh wait, hold on. I say the systematic distributing pays to motivate technology innovation. Until eventually the human soul becomes trapped in virtual reality of eternal torture. Whoa. God damn, you're negative, bro. The Israeli government was going to do a falsify against America and blame it on Egypt. I mean, that considering how they're trying to, considering that there's bad blood between both those countries in the first place, and they had for a while, and there was even a war with them at one point, or maybe two, I think. Yeah, I could see it. I don't know how much truth there is on it, but I can see it, and you know, I will definitely believe it once there's the evidence. But I can believe it. You know, I could. But yeah, they discriminate against the Palestinians, but for Jewish people, it's far bar the best in the Middle East. Oh yeah. Jimmy Whisperer, hashtag nuke Israel. Damn. Israel planned it in the 60s to bait America in invading Egypt, the Levant affair. Oh. Oh, so that is a thing. Okay, so it was a thing. And it was during, like, because of the whole... Oh, so... Point taken about what I was talking about, you know, earlier. Like, if they were doing that now, I can see that still. I still see that now. See, like, isn't that weird? Because of, like... because of how close these two government is, or at least the establishments of these governments are to each other, you know, there's a lot of things they like to do to, you know, rile up each other. Force the natives into reservations and the right for white people. I love how Jews are white when they want to self-flagellate over white guilt, and they are not white when they say fuck whites. Well, because I think there's like different types of Jews anyway, aren't they? Brain computer interfaces will motivate people to work hard by generating attitudes since they're swinging their brain electronic. Don't let somebody coerce you into doing something you wouldn't normally do. Get the facts and make sure that those facts are facts that are not mixed with emotional I mean,
bias
I got nothing positive or negative to say to that. Just neutral, alright. I mean, Jew isn't a race. Well, I know it's a religion, but isn't it also but it's an ethnicity too, isn't it? Because there's Anunnaki Jews, and there's also what was the other one? There's a couple others. I'm blanking on them, but a black person could be Jewish. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's... Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, because there's Ashkenazis. Israel attacks America all the time. USS Liberty, never forget. Oh, damn, son. And it was the Liberty. Israel sunk America's liberty? Is there a metaphor? It's like Sunni or Shia Islam. Well, yeah. Well, but I don't know. Different branches of the religion. Fuck TLT, whenever the anchors have someone / something that crosses, they think it's racist. You can see it in their eyes. They have orgasm, self-righteousness. Transhumanism or Kate, the perfect citizen. Well, damn. See, I actually do have a positive view of transhumanism, but I haven't gone that far. I don't think it, I mean, it potentially could, and I think, you know, down the line it just by nature will, at some point, but, you know, I don't think it needs to be obligatory. I think it should just be, like, voluntary. If you want to, you know, but if you don't like the idea, you don't gotta. They shipped hard. They attacked us, Americucks. Jewishness is a multifaceted identity. It's not just religion, but also ethnicity and culture. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, it's not just a religion, but it's also an ethnicity and a culture. That's what I mean. It's like there's Anunnaki Jews, and there's also, like, I mean, there's also, like, different sects of Judaism. Like, I'm not going to pretend to know what that is. Huh? This announcement is brought to know what honoring our veterans everywhere. Transhumanism? Oh, dude. You should let me talk to you about that then. Because there's some people that have a very negative view on it, and there's some people that have positive and neutral views. I mean, for me, I kind of have a neutral positive view, because I see negative implications with it, but I can also see a benefit to it to people in the long term. You could be ethnically and culturally Jewish. By culture, I mean celebrating holidays and whatnot, but not be but be a literal atheist. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's plenty that are like this. Plenty of different people all over the place. Israel attacked the Skiddi, an American military vessel called the USS Liberty. Look it up. I mean, yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It has been brought to my awareness. The cyborg will be the perfect man because his thoughts and beliefs will be regulated by the hive mind power structure. Oh God, you want Borg? So you want to go Borg, dude? Okay. We do, like, yo, I got someone who's trying to say we need to go Borg, bruh. We're going full Borg up in this bitch. Oh shit, hell no. The Borg is like the most terrifying thing. Okay. That's a negative implication. We do not need our thoughts and shit. Okay, you, sir, unfortunately, are not, like, you give people who try to embrace transhumanism in a positive light a bad name. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what your country can do for Israel. Ben Shapiro will prevent 100% crime. You want to know how you do that? You just, like, for one, legalize all drugs. For one. Two, you just, like, you know what, I don't even want to, like, attempt anymore.
When the big D is on the driver's license being a mortician, you know that there's a fight.
Prevent crime, abort black babies. Oh my God, Karl Rove. Oh my God, Karl Rove. Algorithms to regulate and filter human thoughts will end crime, war, and terrorism. Oh, I agree with transhumanism then. Axman Medj. And just noticed the jacket that we visited for someone promised last night to Stasi. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
It's like we were talking about Henrietta Lacks, where she had her.
Do you want the cream on my bean, Joe? Do you want a cream on my bean?
No, and they were basically using it for science. And none of the family members were compensated.
Don't like beans.
You don't like beans?
Oh, it's disgusting, man.
Well, good. Right on.
And voluntary donate. There are people.
Eventually, the human mind will become the machine. Whoa. Oh God, yes. Does Bandit let you stick your finger in his mouth? Why would I do that? One, I don't know, because I don't do that. Like, whenever he yawns and shit, I'll stick my finger, like this, like when he's yawning. Like, if he's, like, yawning like this, I'll do this, so when he, like, stops, he just kind of chomps on it, just to see what he does. But, other than that, no. And I don't do the other thing often, so, I don't know. Where is he, anyway? Where's the little bandito? Where is the precious bandito?
Well, see, it's unpopular. Yeah, it's unpopular to say this, but I mean, you know as well as I do, with what you know about mortuary science, is that there are plenty of people in the field that you have to be very, very choosy about who you deal with when it comes to examiners, coroners. People who are the harvesters, the brokers.
Okay, I don't know how it's unpopular. I don't know what he's talking about right now. And totally. I don't know what he's talking about totally, so I don't know why it's unpopular. I'm just, like, here confused, like, that's unpopular. Dad looks like the love child, Jimmy Dore, Charlie Sheen, and Jim Cornette. It sounds like your dad, genetically, is a great love child. Crime can never be ended. It has been around since the beginning of written civilization. And also, there are just some crimes that shouldn't even be considered crimes at all. So, what even is a crime? Semantic argument here. Do we really want to go down that path? I don't want to. Shout out to Tiger's Blood. Yeah, man. Winning! I don't know if he does that Twitch thing, but I did. Ignore. You have to watch the feature presentation of the great feature.
I think when I saw it was called Bodyworks. There are different groups. There's Bodyworks, there's Real Bodies, there's others. The Real Bodies.
We need crime or cops to lose their jobs.
Investigation right now in London.
But you literally just were arguing for a way to end that. So thus, cops would lose their jobs under your premise of ending crime with regulating minds and thoughts.
I think the whole thing's more
So that's a contradiction in your view there. Just wanted to point that out. Blue lives splatter. Yeah, when you shoot them, that tends to happen. Things tend to splatter when like you put a shotgun to somebody. I said we give cops their own flag, slightly different from the American flag. What, like a country police official banner? They're not beholden to the old ways. What? If you're saying that they should have like their separate laws to follow, then no. No, cops have to follow the literal laws they're protecting and upholding that everyone else has to uphold. So, no, doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. You see how that works now? Because that's kind of how some places like to work. Doesn't look nice, does it? Kind of looks, I don't know, it's kind of like the reason why like certain organizations like them or hate them, like Black Lives Matter and shit, come out, you know, and call out shit like police brutality, and like why people like Colin Kaepernick, you know, protests, you know, against police brutality. They should get a black and white American flag, but with blue stripes running across it. So just a different color scheme. I mean, there's already people do different schemes of flags anyway. So I mean, I don't. Okay, if that's the case, then I mean, I don't give a shit if they did it or not. It's just an aesthetic. It's just aesthetics to me. It's like, what? Okay. Like for like on the ends, this is aesthetic. What I'm wearing here.
I think that people who have most people or a lot of people that I've talked with who have been, you know, involved with mortuary science.
I think we'd rather unite under stars and bars.
Something to do with you know, being part of being a medical examination.
Mr. Suzuki missed the joke big time. Put them nigger in the party wagon, abolish the white race. Asian supremacy now. Asian supremacy now. Asian supremacy now. Going down to Dixieland. We're gonna get Asian supremacy. BLM doesn't give a fuck about black people who were killed by other blacks. Depends on the branch of them. Because some branches actually do have a genuine, like, what's the word, sympathy with, like, these communities and shit, but I mean, there's other people that, you know, probably don't. Unless they were cops. Yeah, I mean, they definitely put awareness to them, but I mean, I think if you asked, you know, do you also care about, you know, the same thing, you know, that happens with within your communities, like, you know, which happens to be black on black crime because it's within your own community. I mean, there's also crime that happens on, you know, on whites and, you know, Asians on Asians and shit because it happens in their communities. I mean, it doesn't really have necessarily anything to do with the race. It's just that, you know, it just happens to be that's the race of the community there. I mean, you know, so they just also happen to be a bit more impoverished due to their circumstances. I mean, they were never really given, you know, an easy line to start with in life compared to like someone like me. Average white IQ is 85. That's borderline retarded in Korea. Walk away from the white race. Damn, son. Damn. You're an Asian supremacist. I think Steve Bannon would hate you because he hates Asians. I can't even grind this. Damn, dude. Dude, how can I... What the dude, like, this is some tough weed. Hell tough, dude. This hasn't even, like, broken at all, dude. What the hell? Oh, here we go. I got some breakage.
Talk to a live person and ask about how you can save 15% on maintenance and receive priority customer scheduling. 503-231-3311. Online, firstcallheat.com.
Oh, I mean, it's grinding now, I guess.
And tell them Lars said,
Jeez.
it's hard to stop a train. CCB 72623.
4 wheels to 20 wheels.
There we go.
Trucks?
Ugh.
We fix those. Ultimate Truck Service. From medium duty to big rigs, if you rely on your truck for your business, Ultimate Truck Services will be your rig on the road.
Why do you think that is? Poorer areas have worse education because education is predominantly paid for by property tax. Exactly. That's why I think while schooling should definitely be localized in very many ways, plenty of ways. But I think when it comes to at least funding schools, I think a lot of that should at least either be statewide or, like, more specifically, like, district-wide, like state district. Monsanto was just sued for $289 million by a guy who got skin cancer. So, okay, what am I supposed to say to that? I mean, there's not much for me to say with that. I mean, was the skin cancer because he was like working on one of their farms and they weren't treating his health care or the company insurance wasn't helping treat his cancer treatments? Like, what's... You need federal standards, otherwise conservatives are going to stop teaching science. That's what I mean. We need a federal standard and specifically federal funding as well. But we definitely, that's the most important thing. We need a federal standard, even for homeschooling. Like, because even though you have a federal standard, what about homeschooling? So with that, for me, I would say, okay, you want to homeschool your child? Well, you need to at least has these very simple, basic standards, which will be a little bit more looser than the actual standard. So, I thought that was mine.
It is interesting drink.
You thief! Ironically, as I was more likely the thief. Oh my god. Apparently, some products cause cancer and didn't know about it, but didn't want to fix the problem. Well, that's a problem then. That's why we need the FDA to show that either stop making that product or change the product so that whatever the ingredient that causes cancer isn't in there, or they need to label that it causes cancer. One of the three. So, if that's the case, then there's some merit to it, and I don't think it should be just mainly for money. I think they need to actually, get regulated on what the frick that cancer-inducing thing is, if they can prove it, by the way. If they are proven to be guilty. If the cancer happened to be from something else, then they're not guilty in this case. That's why we go to court about these things, right? Luckily, everything causes cancer in California, so they should be in the clear. In the period of early human history, we were all plowing fields in difference of 15, 20 IQ points wouldn't make much of a difference. In the tech age, the difference is quite pronounced. You're Stefan, right? Correct us. In my house, you are now divorce. Nah, this is Chad. I feel sorry for that guy. He has terminal cancer from a fucking job. Yeah, dude. White American IQ sure ain't 100, Carl. This is Andrew, brother. No, that's not true. He's Stefan, dude. Tanner, dude, I'm subscribed to my own brother's channel. If it was him, I would he would be like an instant moderator if he came on. I haven't set it up because he's never popped in. But yeah, dude, you would know, and he doesn't because he's got his own life. Stuff I'm modeling you or Chad Thundercock? Damn, son. Now California made it illegal to serve drinks with plastic straws in them, so I ordered a bunch on Amazon. Well, yeah, because straws or at least plastic straws, are a little bit more pollutive. And plus, there's other alternatives, and you can still use straws. Just not, I mean, you got, I've seen these like little metal straws that are pretty sturdy that are reusable, that are available. There's other biodegradable straws I can use. That's good though. They pollute the ocean and kill fish. Exactly. Fuck straws. They're useless. You can't even taste the drink as well. Just get paper or metal reusable ones if you really need it. Exactly. There's other alternatives. And besides, straws are kind of pointless. I can easily just do this. And plus, I take a smaller portion, sipping it anyway, or taking a gulp or whatever. Depending, I can actually control my portion a little more. With a straw, you're just kind of sucking it in and just kind of, just fills up everything. It's like, oh god. You just got like, you just got like this chamber, just like, you kind of like pufferfish that shit up. Forced extinction to redwoods. Seattle banned them also. Good on Seattle. I kind of want Oregon to do the same. I want to genuinely see what this would look like in a society. I want to see. I actually do. I could go to Seattle, I could just go to California, but I'd rather we just establish it ourselves. Let's see. I think it would be good if there's actual genuine benefits. Does it really rain that much here in Portland? Not too much right now. Used condoms cause way more sea turtle deaths. Well, that's why we should maybe research more on biodegradable type of condoms, which I think there are some available out there. Not really. Only twice this whole summer. Yeah. This year, not really. The liberals worship nature and ball. Ball? Is there like a smut film that that Clyde forgot to mute before he started his show? I think Clyde Lewis is watching a smut film. It's called A Foreskin. A foreskin isn't a condom. That's not what it's used for. Condoms and all birth control are inherently dysgenic. Smart people who plan ahead use them. Stupid impulsive people don't, and thus have more children. Yep. Last thing we need is more atheist socks. The tism levels in my chat have increased significantly in like the last 30 minutes. I'm just like faded and everything seems tism to me right now or something, but it's like, what is going on? I don't know how to respond to half of this shit right now. I really don't know what to say to that last one. The last thing we need is more atheist sucks. I'm probably just seeing this in my head wrong or something. What's going on right here? Oh. C. C. Message retracted. C. I want to poke the pup's hole with my finger. Autism is called by improper belting. What? I think you just did some improper belting there, sir. And I forgot to turn off my weird torture film. Wait, but how do we know if the condom has been certified vegan? Huh? The RNC. Scare you a little bit with the RNC. The RNC.
Amazing things going on. It kind of Facebook asking you for your
how about Judeo, vegan, Islamic, Muslim, Christian, Sharia, anti-meat, pro-hippie, astrologist, Mormonistic, Scientologist, veganism. Am I right, guys? For values? Am I right, guys? I love those values.
And we thought it was all over, but it's not. It's continuing.
Acid in the female vagina causes autism.
Let's go to Constance in Arizona. Hi, Constance.
I think you took a little bit too much acid in your vagina, sir, which I think induced a lot of autism into you there, sir.
When I was listening to you, and I do.
At least I'm able to. At least I'm getting something back off of that. It was at least clevertism. You just described a Scientologist. No, see, if I was a Scientologist, I'd be asking for $75,000 to hear more of it for you. So.
She's a lovable child.
You like the RNC?
Every time I turn around, they want blood
Huh?
work, blood work,
You like the
blood
RNC?
work.
No, not really. I don't like the DNC either. That's not saying I like the other. I hate both. I think they both suck. I think they're both really pretentious and just like basically the establishment all huddling in one. Yeah, they're just kind of, it's just basically like a whole smell your own fart contest there. Like for both sides, honestly. It's the same bacteria used to make yogurt, L. bulgarius, naturally occurs in human vagina. Whoa. And he didn't like vegetarians. Indeed. It coats the male body to subdue them and makes them liberal genocentrists.
Saying that she's low with her hormones, she's got to take vitamin D. She's got to take this new
There was some feminists on some college campus that made yogurt using the bacterial cultures from her cunts. She said it smelled and tastes like fish, onion, and food.
I see what kind of reaction I get. But anything else, I only give her vitamins.
You know, I heard that they're coming out. They're going to come out with a Star Wars movie. I don't know when, but they're going to make it a two-parter.
But I'm just.
Well, hasn't all these movies been kind of in parts anyway? Cunt using counts liberalism in a nutshell.
Well, I would have a demeanor that have a 360-degree.
Donuts, anyone?
I was turned into a human thin cushion, getting.
Yeah.
Although I think the group I've been in is pretty much
I know
dead.
that
I
when I
don't
was
see a
going
lot
through my
of.
cancer surgery, so I was in the hospital every
Yeah.
time they needed to take blood.
No veggies, no
Every
carbs, no
time.
fruits, just red meat.
The Star Wars fan base is
I was
dying
so
again.
bruised on my arm, I couldn't stand it.
Do you have donuts,
And
Joe
the
Malloy?
idea of every
No,
time
he's
putting
talking
tape on my
about.
arm to put in an IV,
Well, I had a
getting
donut.
the hair off my-
I wasn't gonna watch that movie actually tonight.
Attack of the Killer Donuts.
Attack of the Killer Donuts.
It does. It makes your attitude
Dude,
change.
mobile
It
sucks.
makes you feel depressed.
I
angry and
agree.
Frustrated.
I agree.
And
And you know what?
you can request that they
You know what?
limit the
Hold
blood
on.
taking. Just say, hey, it's
You ever do your
it's
podcast
actually
on your
affecting her on an emotional level.
laptop?
Can't on my laptop. I'm gonna order
Spread the word out.
what's it
I mean,
called?
there are
My
tests that
friend's
would require,
desktop here, and he's gonna
different
ship
vials
it
of
from
blood and
his
different amounts of blood, which is something that I'm aware
dorm
of
and
that
shit.
happens. But,
Whoa.
if you feel that-
Whoa.
Black and
It's,
white.
yeah, so then I'm going to be able to. It's not black and white, but yeah, I could get black and white. There we go. Boom.
Oh, damn. Old school.
Yeah.
I like better that way.
Die. Bubbles. I'm going bubbles status, bitch.
Oh, shit, that's creepy.
I'm going bubbles, dude. I'm going bubbles.
They know. I mean, ask the phlebotomist. Phlebotomists should be very open about what
I'm
they're
watching
doing,
on mobile.
you know. I would say though
Oh, wait,
that,
got that.
if you could find a
They
way
they
to
don't
say,
move
just
around.
tell
You
them,
just kind of have to let them float
you feel
around.
this is very traumatic.
I think if I shake the phone,
Bubbles from.
I can do it from right here. See?
You can't do it, and like, you know, we can't get that information in.
Like they kind of do sometimes, but not always.
Pop that big one in the middle.
I would definitely ask that.
I bet he can't pop it.
So much for taking my
I mean, they kind of pay attention to some of the movement. I mean, am I just that high that I'm fucking with these like non-realistic bubbles right now, dude? Goddamn. Dude, what if I was like tripping on like some shit, and then I just started imagining bubbles all around me, even though they're not around me, but it was because of these bubbles that aren't around me. Get out of my way.
Well, how about the purple elements that are up there in the sky, you know, just floating around?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, they're actually pink. They're pinkish color.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought they were pink. Lawrence Vec effect.
Pink elephant in the room.
There's an elephant in the room. I wonder what it's called.
I don't know.
Straight up and tell them that this is not helping her.
Let's just have to let these just chill.
Her mental state of mind up.
Wow, it's like the bubbles kind of light up too a little bit.
Yeah, and just find out what are these blood draws for? Why do I have to have so many?
Yeah.
Should we please limit the blood draws and just spread it a thinner? They don't need that much.
Right, because because I keep the papers of what they're doing with the blood and what tested. What I'm noticing is it's all her liver, her kidney, her white cells, and everything
Well,
else.
unless they have a reason to think they're going to change.
How many did you call in that one,
I
dude?
would say that.
Huh?
Let's
How many did you
monitor it
call in
over
that one?
a week
3.
period, a 2-week period, 3-week period.
Should make
It's
it 4, but
like with me, you know, I don't get blood draws. I used
We
to get
discussed
blood
it
draws
after
all
he
the
fell
time,
asleep
but I
last
had-
night. We
You
did.
must have possibly went nil, right?
We found it on
not on
YouTube,
this one.
and I think it's on Netflix as well. So we're gonna watch it. Me and my friend. I'm probably gonna watch it ahead of time. Just
oh, 1 minute.
Just-
disconnected for no kill.
What happened?
What'd you do?
Well, one of them actually
They did everything except diagnose the knee and help the knee.
Stepped
I had to
out.
go to an orthopedic
She
surgeon
quit.
to get him to fix
I
my
called
knee.
and called, and you didn't answer.
I
What?
don't know, here one
called me?
no, it wasn't my partner. Actually, it was a
Weeds killed more people than heroin changed my mind.
Just fix my knee.
The literal fact that weed has statistically killed 0 people, and you could look that up. Compared to heroin, I think that should change your mind, but unless that's fake news and you pull a Trump. Did I just pop a bubble? I think there is a way to pop bubbles. Okay, these are fucking with me right now. I'm done with that. I'm going to like some dreamland, dude. Whoa, bro. Psychedelic trips, man. There we go.
Well, I was just going to talk to you about the cancer situation.
Doesn't really work because I don't move around that much. Don't trip people out that a lot.
Oh, shit.
Dude, what if this is like the outer visions of what like a trip is? Like, what if they did research and this is like what the people on the outside see? Because I'm legit mild, like I'm like getting like a mild mental like psycho trip going on. It's not like hallucinating, but it's just like whoa, it's definitely trippy.
So what happened with your father?
Whoa, yeah. What's that? Whoa, dude, that was weird. Like, whoa. Whoa. Hold up. Whoa. Whoa. Where are you? There you are. Whoa. 60 effect. It is effect or effect, Mr. Speller. What? Let me just scare ya. Am I? Can't even see me. Can you, bitch? Huh? Yeah. Let's scare you, motherfucker. Dude, my eyes are terrifying. Imagine Joe Rogan fucking seeing Grouter. I don't need that. But do you want this? Hold on, let me get you out of the way so I can see myself. There we go. I do. I think I scared off that Mr. Johnson fellow. I think he left because he was done with me just kind of slightly shitting on him. I'll polite shit on, honestly. I was just like, dude, like, is it pretty obvious I disagree with what you're saying? Like, dude. Like, I don't know why people go after the 1%. Like, what's wrong with them? All weed smokers are pedophiles. Change my mind. I'm not a pedophile. I like them dead. So there's one example of a weed smoker not being a pedophile, but the polar opposite of one. Hail 1%. Well, I guess I'm the 1% in weed smokers. You know. Yes. Carl. 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 Ignore. Jimmy. 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 Put him down. I don't know why I held it in the first place.
This isn't right. I would have said something is wrong. You know, I know that, you know, like I said, you know, they lead you along, and you need to basically.
Alright, I need to get a fat boosh going on.
I was just watching a thing.
Dude, on Thursday,
girl that had a
dude,
blood vessel.
I am going to have
and they put her at the Mal Clinic.
a nice, lovely stream for you guys. It's not even the fact that there's nothing special going on. It's just that I'm just going to be around with a bunch of folks, having a good time, celebrating the 21st. And, you know, we're all just having a good time. It's just pretty much that. Like, we'll probably all have interesting discussions. You know, I don't know how much I'll be paying attention to you guys, but, I mean, you know, you guys will be there. I'm sure Stefan, you know, we'll probably hit a pub, you know, afterwards. Actually, Stefan. Oh wait, is he even here? I don't want to try to talk to him if he isn't even here. Is your birthday coming up? 3 days. 3 days. I get to enter a dispensary. I'm gonna probably take a picture of the first one I go to, which would probably be Khalifa or something like that. Because, I mean, you're a regular there. I mean, you know, come in, I'll be like, hey, I got weed from you guys, but I've always been outside waiting. I'll just be like, hey. I won't say that, but I'll just be like, hey. I approve of every one of you, because you all are great. Because you have supplied me with dank. Because I'm assuming that, you know, you just ask for what's good, you know, or, you know, ask for certain whatevers, and, you know, just get what you get going. Carl, you like the youngins or the silver studs? What? I don't know what it is, man. It's crazy big. It's like, oh, God, oh, man, oh, no. Oh, brother, man. I love you, man. Keep going, man. I mean, this guy has to be... Okay, this guy's on something. Like, he must have smoked a fat blunt.
Keep going, keep fighting. We're being back to demons.
What the fuck?
We'll keep you in our prayers. We love you. Love you too, man.
What?
Keep the faith.
What?
Keep it going. Keep strong.
Okay then, that guy was a very active, energetic character. Where was he? What was going on prior to this? Did he take anything? Like, what? I am curious about this man. I want him to call him back and just, like, what is going on? Like, what? That was so funny, dude. That was my favorite caller of this week so far.
Really?
What a great start to the week. We just get, like, it's like, what? It's like 11:52. The show, I think the show ended tonight. And that was the end of the show. Dude, what a great way to have an outro, bro. Just,
it was.
Dude, I'm glad they got him on the line. I'm glad that was the guy on the line. That was amazing. I don't know what to say to that, but just like what? No, like, it was on Clyde Lewis's show. I think he did an outro. And dude, the guy on the radio, the guy who was calling was just like, I don't know what was going on, but he was like yelling about something. You could tell he was kind of yelling, but he was away from his phone, so it wasn't like absurdly loud. And it was just, but he had such passion and love for Clyde, and it was just weird. It was funny. It was just funny. I don't know if the guy was just kind of messing around or if he was just drunk, high, or whatever, but it was funny.
Free bottles for a limited time, so call now.
Free bottles? Sweet. I've always wanted a bottle. We'll start small, red heads or black hair. Jimmy, did you, like... Are you taking any substances? Are you the caller who just called Clyde Lewis here, sir? Because I'm just sitting here going, what? What? Redheads. Whom or why am I subscribed? I'm assuming you're asking who am I and why you are subscribed. I don't know why you're subscribed, but hello. And who am I? I am Ignar, sir. It says on my channel. I am starting a podcast here in the coming month and a half, give or take. Maybe sooner. I already do pre-recorded shows and stuff, but in the meantime, I just do streams like this, and we just shoot the shit. Just talk about stuff and everything like that. I smoke weed every now and then. I used to do weed tubing. I think that's probably why you were subscribed initially. if you're wondering now, you probably forgot of my existence, and you're like, hey, it says I'm subscribed to this person. I don't remember. Who is this fellow? But, yeah, I used to do WeTubing. All those videos are still here. So, yeah, this is an alt-right channel. Carl Rove just explained the rest of it for you. Jack Crombie, welcome to hell. And Jimmy explained the final little bits for you. It's an alt-right hell channel. So, welcome. But, I mean, if you want to know a little bit more about where it's going to kind of go, the pre-recorded shows are a nice way to kind of look at it, but, like, this live stream thing that we're doing here is also going to be implemented with that, so if I do anything pre-recorded, it'll probably be more smaller bits in the future, like more smaller, quick videos, like less than 30 minutes, but, for things like this and shit, this will be the primary thing, just talking with chat and stuff. So it'll just be done on the desktop, and I do this every now and then on my phone. And then we do an actual show that's scheduled on like a Monday or something like that. But yeah. And Carl's welcoming you back. Do you have a dab pen? I unfortunately do not. What? Ignar is a furry dog fetishist. No shit. What? The furry part's right. I don't understand the last. Dog fetishist? Okay then. Why not? Well, alright. Well, yeah. You're welcome to come around and join in. It's okay, I'm a furry fetishist too. Well, there we go. That part's correct, but the last one, I don't know. Okay. Pupper. So just say pup play. That's easier. And I actually never really confirmed that. I never said I was into it. I just said I've been curious about it before in the past. But all of a sudden, that makes me like I legit am now one. I have become one with their culture and have mingled with them, and I am friends and shit. Okay then. I like where some of my fans like to come to their conclusions. What are your favorite kinds of furries? Canines? I would definitely, yeah. Ignar wants to jump that dog emoji. What? I want to jump on a pixelated emoji. But for me, back to Carl's question, yeah, I'll probably say canine. It's kind of a list, because I have kind of like a, I don't know, it just kind of depends. Like, canines, more specifically, like German Shepherds, Wolves, and Huskies. Felines, you know, like house cats, or like feline, or like wildcats, like snow leopards or panthers or things like that. Also, for like equines, like yeah, I'm into those too. So just all depends. All depends. I mean, I just kind of have a broad spectrum. Like I even have like fiction interests. I'd be a gorilla, cause it's gorilla. It is gorilla. Alright, I'm like grabbing that, but I have no room to put it over here. I just need to load this damn bowl already.
Thank you so much for your call. Thank you. Have a good night, Melissa.
After all that excitingness, I wish that guy was the actual outro, because now he just ends with this humbleness. He like begins with this crazy dude, and ends with this humble lady, and just the pleasant angels behind her. Like, what a funny way to end it, dude. Clyde is an interesting figure. Who do you think gorillas are cool? Cause it's gorilla. Gorilla.
FM News 101 KXL.
Oh, the little bomb.
This is Leif with Leif's Auto Collision Centers. I'm getting a lot of calls asking if it's true that we pick up vehicles that have been in an accident anywhere in the Northwest. Of course it is. We've been picking up wrecked vehicles from
there's
tow yards for decades. We use flatbed.
I was also gonna do a pre-recorded show probably tonight as well. Maybe after this. It's gonna be more of just like a chat. Kind of talking about this whole free speech issue and shit. And I'm just gonna mainly like post some videos and stuff, so that'll probably be going up tomorrow, but it'll probably be done tonight. So you should, if you're all interested, check out for that. I'm the old man in the group. You're not the only one. There's one right here.
doesn't have to be.
Well, say hello to your only companion.
Hey. Peace out.
He's like, hi, bye.
You only need to do one thing.
I like the game. I like the Donkey Kong Country games, so I guess I'd be a Kong. Oh. And you're who's saying you can't? When it comes to furries, literally anything's like game, dude. Like if you want to make like a mixture of like a shark, horse, canine, lion, goat, and like a lizard, dude, who's saying you can't, bro? Why not? If you ever have meetups, the old dude needs to come along. Dude, damn straight, bro. Like, bruh. If I have a meetup, even if it's kind of far away, bro, you gotta live a little, man. You gotta, come on. You gotta give you a fun memory, even if it's a little spendy, but I mean, what can you do? What can you do? I can show you some good Kong gift too. Dude, okay. Carl, your Twitter, like, I thought I was bad, but damn, dude. I show up on your feed and, like, it's like, I don't even need a source for anything. If I just need, like, anything for a quick, you know, quick little hideaway, you know what I'm saying? I could just go to your Twitter feed, dude. Like, jeez, man. Like, it's like almost nothing but, like, porn of one or another. It's just like, son. Like, son. Where are thee? Do these search for anything else? Do you feel emasculated by naked horses or not? What? I feel... Do I even want to answer that right now? What? Do I even understand this question? No, I guess.
All charges, saying prosecutors haven't met their burden.
I have good taste in porn, though. I'm not gonna lie, you do. But it's just like, oh my god. Does it shrink when you see them? Like, ignorance into race cycling? What? Race cucking? What? I think my chat lost it. I don't know what they're saying anymore. I don't know how to respond. I guess, are you talking about, like, horses as furry or, like, just, like, the literal thing? Because I am highly confused with what you're talking about, Jimmy. I don't even know if I want to understand what you're talking about. Do I want to understand what you're saying? He's afraid of black men? No, I'm not. When have I said that?
Including more than $1 million for renovations on their offices. One of the justices faces a 23-count federal indictment. On Wall Street, the Dow dropped 125 points to NASDAQ 19. This is CBS News. The Northwest and the world.
Here's the problem right there. Damn, there's just a bag just chilling there.
Here at 12:03, I'm Dave King. Crews are hoping for the best as a search for a missing man from Ohio enters.
Charlie Kirk follows you on Twitter.
Is on Blue Lake, the area near Mount St.
I hope he sees the porn. I hope he does too. I hope he does. I really hope he does. And
it's absolutely possible that
did you at least like the... I said earlier, I said I definitely don't deny you have a bad taste, which means you have a good taste. I said that earlier, so yeah. You do. There's some things I'm just like, meh, I'm not a big fan of, but that's like 10% of like everything. So overall, still a good taste, isn't it all? It's mainly just like all the beefcake shit that's going on there. I've never been a big fan of that.
8123, or even maybe in Cougar in general on Thursday or Friday. Investigators say he was driving
Link me your Twitter, Carl. I think you're becoming famous there, Carl. There, Karl Rove, Secretary of the Bush administration. You are getting famous. Not that you already were, but you are now.
You have enough things to worry about every day.
Insurance
Hey, at least you're not Darth Cheney.
leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you.
CEO of Halliburton. War criminal.
Welcome shore. And then there's your carpet and rugs, dirty shoes, kid spills, and of course pet accidents. How on earth do you keep your carpet looking great? I'll tell you how. Get it zero resified. That's what we do at the
Lol.
Larson household. We love getting our
It's true, isn't it?
rugs cleaned by Zero Res. What you get from Zero Res is friendly.
Just what I just said was sing that again. CEO of Halliburton, war criminal. Do do do. Do 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 do. Darth Cheney.
But most importantly, you get beautiful soft carpet underfoot.
I had a little extra thing on the end. I hope you liked it. Hey, Joe, at least someone appreciates my lovely music and voice. At least someone appreciates my voice.
For $129. Call them up and make a reservation now. 503-946-6955.
Good sir.
Online, ZeroResPortland.com. Zero Res, the only thing they leave behind is clean. Portland's most traffic, 24.
Boy, they were talking about Ben as death of Arthea Frank, and I'm stunned. All the true singers I remember.
Left lane is still blocked right there near Murray Boulevard. And it looks like a crew's on the scene of a crash in Northeast Portland right now. It's 72nd and Killingsworth. North of town, road work on
Oh, I kind of know where that is.
Blocked from the Interstate Bridge to Victory Boulevard.
I know. I kind of know where that is. I kind of know where that was. Elvis McJackson's, James Broken, James Bond.
And the Morrison Bridge westbound ramp to 84 eastbound is closed.
Yeah, like who else?
Mine has the left lane closed northbound, 84 up to Killingsworth, and the left lane is closed southbound at Airport Way.
Can't think of who else.
Very good job.
Oh, John Lennon, I think, maybe. Carl needs to sub to your Twitter. Carl, everyone's following you on Twitter. Everyone's following you on Twitter. I was so lucky to follow your Twitter. Now I can follow you now. Jimmy, I got the best taste in porn. Just follow me on Twitter. I'll prove you. Yes, I will. Cause I whippity doo dah. Here's the participation trophy. Hill hill. Oh, my favorite host of the night.
Oh yeah, she's on.
There, you're like, oh yeah, she's on. You're like, oh yeah, her. Even you're just like, no. I mean, Dad still listens to the radio even after Clyde's off, so I mean, he listens to her too, and evidently he doesn't care. I don't have an account, fuck Twitter. I mean, in a way, I agree with you, but I just honestly never gone around. You see, I succumb to the philosophy of, you know what, for the line of work that I want to get into later on, I should probably establish a Twitter. Just create a throwaway. See, initially, my Twitter was a throwaway. I was like, you know what, I'll be on here, not give a crap. But after a while, I was like, you know what, this is actually kind of interesting. I'm liking all the things that eventually it just kind of established to be something I kind of liked. And, you know, I just say whatever I say. I mean, nothing I say is, like, outwardly nuts. And, you know, I don't really joke on Twitter, mainly because I'm not a jokester. I'm not the best at doing jokes and shit. I mean, I just, you know, just say whatever, you know. Yeah, I'm just being me, you know. Yeah. I mainly use Twizzler for porn, Twitter, Twizzler. Yeah, I'm using Twizzler now. I mainly use Twitter for porn, besides from checking on the peasants, TJ and Kyle Kolinsky, yes. SJW and all. Bryce and their skeptic cucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like mainly follow for like all the news, like a lot of different political organizations, and mainly in Portland too as well, to kind of get an idea what's going on. And I also follow lots of different artists too, musicians as well. I mean, just all sorts of different things I follow on Twitter. So I mean, it's kind of come my own little feed. Ignore if I may ask what kind of porn is it that you've been talking like on my Twitter. Well, I checked it last night. That was when I went on your Twitter. So it was, what was on there? There was the femboy stuff, I guess. There was some of that. There was also some of the I don't know. Some of it I couldn't exactly tell. I just kind of took a wild guess. Ignored your thoughts on my Twitter feed confirmed. Hey, sometimes, hey, Twitter allows it, so that's on them. It's on them. Just imagine that face during that. Just that face, dude. Yeah. Talk about nightmares, bitch. I'm your personal porn respiratory. I feel honored. Not all the time, but sometimes I'll peep in there. If I'm seeing something good, I'm like, damn. I don't know if I could wait for that. I'll just be like, I don't know if I could wait for that.
He was unable to perform his duties as an agent because he was so
repository.
Bias. And quite frankly, it shouldn't really matter what side of the political spectrum or where on the political spectrum you fall. You should be very opposed to having anyone in a position of power who is so self-serving that they allow their own political bias to affect their ability to perform their
So Trump,
to affect their ability.
she's kind of describing him right now. I mean, because that
should concern anybody.
Like,
I think a lot of times, and the right does this too.
Like, I still think the investigation's bullshit, but he still obstructs the investigation in some way. I think he literally tried to bribe Mueller's. Like, it's like, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal to end this. Let's make a deal. It's like, you're trying to. You're attempting to bribe at that point. You're negotiating a bribe with an investigator. Nice move, Trump. Nice one. That's not the smartest choice in this debacle of bullshit that's happening with you. Like, if you generally are innocent of anything that may or may not be wrongdoings or whatever that are probably convicted or not on you, then why are you, like, so defensive and obstructive from time to time on this shit? It's like, if it's not that big of a deal to you, if it's such fake news, then why are you, like, so focused on it all the time? I mean, there still may not be anything, at least specifically with the Russia shit, but the investigation has opened up to more than just that. It opened up to his personal deals and anything that Trump's done personally as well, so there is some merit to it. I mean, as long as it doesn't purely focus on the Russia bullshit, I mean, there's still going to be at least some merit to it, and I'll just wait until the conclusion of that investigation comes out. That seems like the most logical thing to do. Wait for the results, and when shit pops out like things have, alright, well, let's see about the facts of the indictments and shit, and see what's all about. And some of these indictments have been bullshit, and some of them haven't. I mean, it's been kind of 50-50 every now and then. Trans girls have really small dicks. I've noticed that. I can kind of tell which ones are and which ones aren't. Used to notice the small cocks. Okay then. And when they it's just a drop. Well, because they can't really get anything out, you know what I mean? Like, I doubt they can actually, like, it's not going to be like a literal functioning thing, you know what I mean? So I highly doubt anything's coming out, really. If there is anything, you know what I mean? Lock them in their cocks. They're weaklings, that's why. Because they are... Are they... They're females transitioning men, aren't... Is this what we're talking about, or we're talking about men transitioning to women? I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to... It's hard to decipher sometimes. It's hard to. I'm not gonna lie. I desire my rod will blow their asses apart. Jimmy Whisper, look up Natalie Mars. Come back and talk to us when you're done falling. I mean fapping. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh God, her. Yes, sir. Going in a different chord progression. Yeah, that is right. Oh shit, we're getting flat. And adding a few sharps. Oh damn. Going chronically up. Ignore with all due respect. No, you don't need to say nothing. I know what you're going to say. This, you're ahead. You're ahead. Hold it just for a second there now, boy. Hold on there about that now. Just hold the word about that now. Hold on there now.
Who in the hell is that? My God. He's been thrown to the trash. I think so.
Yeah, that's what I think you do, man. Yep. Dingo on dash. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And demonstrated impropriety, but I mean, it creates at that point a very real concern and about the public's trust in agencies like the FBI. And strong contributed to a changing of the FBI. That's why he was fired. Do not let these people twist this. Do not let them, in a zeal to get the president, exonerate someone who acted unprofessionally and should face the consequence for doing so. Because then, and I go back to my original...
Carl over Mars. Damn.
In their zeal to hit a political...
Boiled again.
Wrong-thinking people on anywhere on the spectrum will allow for a precedent to be established that can later be used to undermine them. Wrongly or not.
For once, I'm kind of not disagreeing, but neither agreeing with her.
We have more to touch upon, including the
Like, I'm agreeing with her point, but unfortunately, she does have a little bit of a narrative with it. And it's just like, I can't agree with her specific premise, but with, like, the philosophical premise of what she's actually talking about in itself, I do agree with. Like,
she could be such a force for good.
but I don't know specifically the context that she's talking about either, because it is kind of quiet. I haven't been totally focusing, but what she was just talking about there, I did kind of agree with.
I don't know what was.
I mean, it was basically talking about, like, pushing a narrative that you can essentially later turn on themselves, that because of they focused on it so much, and you know, they haven't focused on anything else, which I do agree with, because with Democrats pushing this whole Russia narrative, you know, you can go back, well, what about all these other problems that you haven't been focusing on? And if they start mentioning, oh, well, with, you know, healthcare, well, you know, we could, but, you know, that takes, you know, time, and, you know, there's other priority, you know, they just kind of, like, move, you know, just deflect, and it's just...
Right.
And you didn't realize, oh, wow, you're not really actually doing anything here. You must, you know, wow, you're kind of a tool. Which is why on a good day, Congress gets an approval rating of 20-some%, like 22 or 23% or some shit. And then on, like, a bad day, it's at, like, 5%, and average is, like, 11%. So it's just like, we elect these people, you know, to represent us, but then they don't represent us. It's just like, I mean, that's not really a problem with the people, that's a problem with the system because of the money in the politics. I mean, for example, like in this primary, we're in the Oregon's 5th district, and so our congressman is Kurt Schrader. But he is one of those moderate blue dog Democrats who compromises a lot with the Republicans, which isn't necessarily, I mean, bipartisanship isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when it comes to the politics in America, it is, because whenever Democrats and Republicans compromise on things, it's things, for example, like with Obamacare, like initially Obama pushed for a public option, but he basically immediately compromised to this watered down what we got. While it's a little better than what we had, it doesn't fix the problem. Like, there's millions of people uninsured, and on average 38 to 45,000 people die every year due to a lack of health care. So I mean, that's still a major problem, you know, and we still definitely have ways to go. I mean, but a public option at least would have been far more better, because at least you had like an option to do it via taxes, or you had a private system that you can do. It's like, which do you prefer, basically?
Right.
I mean, at least that's a far better compromise. I mean, initially, what that problem was, Obama had started at the compromise point. I mean, instead of like he should have started with a universal health care plan and then compromised to that public option if he was going to. I mean, he didn't, like, you should have started, like, that's why these type of centrist type of Democrats who are established and corporatized that are popular in the party are a major problem because it just ships more right policies and they tend to be war hawks and all this shit.
5-11, we won.
Damn straight.
But by 4 points.
Damn, that's a pretty good close margin there actually.
Yeah, it was a tight game.
Yeah, that seemed like it was tight. You were pretty focused in there, I could tell. But
when you're playing them games, you're going basically into their land, you know.
You're just like, all right, it's like you kind of like imagine you're in that table and you see the pictures and you just imagine that being there and in all the corners of the table and shit. Yeah. The Harvard study blows the weight lines argument out of the water. It does, yeah. Healthcare. Do you really think most Americans support single payer? Here in the South, most people talk about it like it's a fascist, despotic policy. Well, for me, I think the argument is talk about the details of the benefits of what it can do. Don't talk about it specifically in it itself, which is what I try to do. Like, I don't try to talk about things as like the titles of what they are or like the labels of what they are. I try to talk about like the benefits of what things can be and just go from that.
Inspiration begins here at this year's Northwest Natural Street of Dreams. Through breathtaking, custom-crafted homes and all-new South Hills.
That was 4 North South.
Scenic Reserve Golf Course. Find your piece of inspiration
LeBron.
for your dreams.
Boom.
Who can make it happen.
That's how we do it.
Simply come for the view,
They're too retarded to let them kill themselves. Obama hates white people. Why else would we allow them to kill themselves off? What? Okay, Obama doesn't hate white. Okay. Look, I don't like Obama, but don't make me defend him by saying he, what? Come on. I remember in school, the teacher and the student were talking about healthcare, and they said that Canadian healthcare is worse than American. Makes no sense. Literally makes no sense. That is literally... How can you argue against that when that's just such a retarded premise to begin with? Obama has recently started criticizing identity politics. Really? DM me some YouTube things about it. Let me or something like that. Let me see. Not saying I don't believe you, but that's just like, really? Fuck Americrats. Going edgelord over here. I'm actually done with this bitch.
I have no more cell phones left. I go to bed.
Left his phone here. African Americans have absolutely no agency, sort of responsibility over the problems in their communities. It's on YouTube. I don't think that's necessarily true. I really don't know if you're generally trolling or really do believe that, because for me, I don't think that's necessarily true. Because I've seen like communities just trolling. All right, because I've seen various different documentaries and various different articles where they talk about different communities, or at least black communities. And I've seen it myself where they actually try to help out their own communities and shit. And I've gone to them. And it's not even necessarily their own communities, but just the overall community of like where they live, not necessarily their own neighborhood. I mean, so there is activism amongst the rabbit ears I see. But I mean, I'm sure there's other communities that probably just gave up and don't care about it anymore. Everyone fend for themselves. I'm an edgelord, don't you know that? I know that.
Rabbit ears are Illuminati too?
What?
I've just been reading all kinds of conspiracy theories. But they say the rabbit ears are Illuminati too.
Oh my god.
It's Illuminati symbolism.
Dude, like, how in the fuck is literally everything Illuminati, man? Like, that's just like, oh my god.
I don't know.
That's just like, what? Like, where do you find these things?
Call for an uprising is the channel.
Oh my god, they have to be just fucking with people or something. There's just no way that anyone can unironically say...
They were talking about it. I mean, the word it, because they say a lot of advertising companies use the word it. Like, is it in you? Have you done it yet? The movie It, you know, there's a lot of words that use, a lot of sayings that say use it.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a word you can...
Just do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's a word that you can use for a lot of different things. Like, for example, you can use it for, like, instead of saying, have you done the dishes, you know, like, if we were talking about that earlier, it would be like, have you done it? Have you done it yet? Like, but, you know, it just kind of depends on the context of how you're using the word it, you know, and also how you derive it in, like, a metaphor or something like that. Like, just do it for, like, Nike's slogan. Like, for them, it's probably meaning, you know, like, just do it at, you know, for athletes, you know, just... You know, go do it. Just do the hustle and shit like that, you know. But they're just keeping it simple with just do it, you know. You know, it's like just, you know, do the game, you know, or like do the hustle, or, you know, just like do the flex and shit. But they're probably like, yeah, just do it, you know. So I mean, it just kind of depends on like the how you view the word it and like the context it's being used in that scenario, and also the context of what you're talking about too, prior or you know or in the current topic of the discussion.
Yeah, I know.
The original Christian beat his mom. Seriously? What? Ignore, you need to get G-Man on your show. Oh, God. Imagine the day-to-day life of Mario. He beat his mom. Oh, God. That's where it came from. Jimmy, do you listen to Jimmy Cornette Experience? Get up, beat your mom. Walk to the fridge, beat your mom. Go to bed, beat your mom. Sleeping in a dream, beating your mom. Gonna beat your mom, beat your mom. Gonna beat everyone's mom. Citrus power, citrus power. No, you need some tomato power. To the mat, to the mat, to the mat. Huh?
Andrew?
Bah.
You said you would sweep these floors and mop them, and it's not done. So, you know, I want it done, please.
Okay. Fuck. Whatever. Like, I don't remember you guys talking about that, but okay, I'll do them.
Yes,
shit.
Earlier today.
Okay. Alright, whatever. I'll do them. It's no big deal. Holy shit. Going ad homonyms and ad homonyms and ad infinitums.
Single grandma, I love it.
Actually, my phone's about to die anyway. Hold up. Before I wrap it up, though, since I guess there's other shit I forgot to do that I didn't realize I needed to do. I guess I was thinking about other shit that she was probably talking to me about it, and I was like, yeah, something. I don't know. I don't remember having to do that shit, but okay.
You're in trouble.
Nah, no, I'm not. I'm just like, whatever. Okay, I'll do it. I didn't realize I had to, but okay. That's not a problem. Huh? Not anymore. I don't see her. Let's see her for that little.
She was there for a little bit.
No, well, I'm just like. Oh, so, I mean, my opinion hasn't changed from that, and I can hear her in the kitchen anyway, so I know she's not there anymore. But it's just like. I mean, okay, I'll do it. The guy in the green is a god.
What?
Okay, then. They pester I hate living with my parents. They pester the fuck out of me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, when the show actually becomes a thing, I'm gonna have to let them know, like, yo, these hours you literally cannot disturb us. I don't care what it is. I'm sorry, but at that point, there's, like, a thing we're doing. Can't, like, unless it's, like, 100%, like, no one else is available. But, you know, eventually that's going to have to be put down a little bit. Put down my little bit of authority.
You're going to have to put it down.
Just a little bit.
You're gonna have to stamp it out.
I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation. I mean, I already, you know, try to let her know about this shit, so. Did you hear about Rashida Tlaib winning? She won? What? Who? She won what? Huh? I get confused sometimes. Carl, come live with me. Oh god, that would be a sitcom. Oh man. She's the Justice Dem? Oh shit, okay. Well, no I didn't, but awesome. Awesome. Oh wait. Wait. I remembered a while back, a couple days ago, you were talking about this female who was a Muslim who won.
Yeah.
And there's a Justice Democrat who's a female Muslim, and it was in Michigan too, like in some random district there.
Right.
And her name is Rashida Tlaib. Does that happen? Did that happen to be her?
I don't know. Is there any other ones?
I don't think so. It's the only one.
It probably is. They say she's into Sharia law.
If she's a Justice Dem, well, she's definitely the polar opposite of that. She like.
You never know, man.
I mean, not really. There's this thing. I mean, there's a standard policy Justice Dems have. Like, I'm familiar with the organization. I mean, they want healthcare for all. You know, like secular government, separation of church and state. So I mean,
can you really say that? Are they just saying that for the people?
Well, because they're trying to overthrow the corruption in politics. So and do it from within the Democratic Party. And they already have a few candidates like Ro Khanna who are been pretty progressive. So I mean,
all right, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean they have been. I mean they're just a recent organization, so they're.
You'll still be old enough to know. I told you.
So yeah, like in 2018, we'll just see what happens and see how many of them win the generals, and then see what they can do.
Right. Yeah.
Because there's only one official Justice Dem in office right now. His name is Ro Khanna, but there's like at least a dozen or more who won primaries across the country right now so far.
I can't go in there yet. I'm scared. I had nothing to do with it.
Muslims smaller than atheist white boys. Disagreed. JDR, SJW Darkship. The candidates aren't really. I mean, is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is she really SJW Darkship? Because she is not. And she's a Justice Democrat. Just because the organization may be, I mean, are the candidates themselves are? I mean, I look at the candidates when I talk about Justice Democrats. I'm talking about candidates here. And granted, I kind of brush them over, kind of a... Unfortunately, Rashida Tlaib, or however the fuck you say that, the association endorses Linda Salazar, who's an Islamist. I mean, I've heard otherwise that that's like some old shit that people try to stir up to say that she is right now, but I don't know. I honestly don't even know or honestly fuck care about that weird lady or whatever the fuck. She's a Zionist now, unfortunately. Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck, who they really are at this point, But if they're pushing the primary policies that, that needs to be pushed in this country, like healthcare and education and shit like that, then I don't got that big of an issue, really. But, I mean, if that's generally something they try to push, then, yeah, they've lost my respect, and, yeah, no. But, I don't know. Stop giving a fuck. Cortez is Obama 2.0. No. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Sure, some of the candidates play identity politics, not just neoliberal establishment, it plays identity politics. So yeah, it's not just the establishment that does it, and a lot of people do it. 36 or something like that. I don't know. I honestly don't really know the specific
Did you say he's
age.
39?
No, I don't think he's that old.
Thanks, Mark. I'm playing. He's like 36, 37?
More like 35 or something like that, I think.
Oh, damn, he's young 30.
Yeah. It's cool. Linda Salazar is not. She defends the Western politics. She'll show on Western civilization found bad opinions, but make excuses for sure long. Cream on the guy with the green shirt? No. No. I will not. I will not. Will not. Nope. No, sir. Will not happen. Declined. Offer declined. You are not to get that. You're not to get that. Unless one day I get super chats and then you give me a lot, and I mean a lot of fucking money to do it. Then we could probably say something. But until I can attempt to shill my lazy life in my worthless, pathetic existence and try to make you weirdos give me all your money, that will not happen. You know, where the hell's Venom? He has not been here. Did he die? Did his new girlfriend kill him? I think she killed him, dude. Guys, I think Venom's girlfriend killed her. Or killed him. Venom's a woman now. Our Alabamian friend died. Would you ever make it After Dark Twitter account? I'm not going to confirm or deny I've thought about that. So, his girlfriend's ex killed him. Well, that too, yeah. I mean, she's into meth now, so safe to say that that guy's a drug dealer or some shit like that and has connects to a gang. Killed him off. That's right. Damn, dude. It's a shame, man. He was a good man. I haven't even seen him on anything else, so... Well, if you ever do, link me the LG. Will do. Good. No, it's not good. He was a good guy. He was a good man. He had some nice talks. It was nice to know that he leashed off the government. Fuck Venom, probably in hell now. Yeah, just fuck him. I like Venom. I did too. I was gonna make him a wrench, dude. Never got a chance. At least he got laid before he died. He got laid at least a bunch of times. Venom got scat. He did. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up the rest of this. And then I guess I have to do some floors and shit. So yeah, guess that's the case of tonight. I need to go to bed. Yep, there's another excuse. See, now we're all making excuses of why we need to leave, because we all fucking hate each other. See you, Ignar. I'm not leaving quite yet. I got like another, you know what? 2 hours and 7 minutes and 30 seconds is coming up. I'll give it until 2:10. Be good to your mama, boy. I always do, dude. I mean, she fought cancer, beat it, fucked her up bad, and now I have to, like, help aid her and shit, man, while insurance fucks her over. Well, slowly. Like, they slowly, you know, help her, but that's still fucking her over. For a young guy, you sleep a lot? Not really, dude. I slept a lot today because I barely slept the last 4 days, dude. Like, I knew, on Sunday morning, I slept like 3 hours, and then on like Friday night, I slept like 4 or 5 hours. Like, I mean, I was working hella late, man. I worked by myself on Saturday for like 3 hours. I forgot to talk about my fucking work thing, dude. God damn, man. Damn. Well, I can't do that now. Shit. Okay. Guaranteed this time. Ignar's older than me, I think. Yeah, when's your birthday? Because mine's in 3 days. Yeah, I'm older.
Okay, hopefully everyone's out of the kitchen. I can get
Let me guess, Bandito's outside. Oh, he doesn't even ask. MAGA. Keck. Make asbestos great again. Trump cut back regulations on asbestos. Dude, that fucked can you get? Alright. It is time. Unfortunately, I'm wrapping it up, so reserve that question. Honestly, I think you've asked me every stream so far. I don't know if every stream, but on the Sam Harris, but I'll answer next one as well. I have some. I'm gonna jot these down as well. So, like, I'm gonna make sure the thing on work is talked about, and Sam Harris is also talked about. Might as well. So, anyway, my friends. Oh shit, my phone died. Well, it doesn't matter anyway.